at Lake Bemidji State Park. We've got the longest trail in the state of Minnesota. I think that bicycling can be a lifelong sport and activity, and especially so if you follow some rules for safety. Number one for me is a really good helmet. You need to make sure it fits you, because if it doesn't fit, if it's not comfortable, you're not going to wear it. For safety, you need to ride predictably. You need to use hand signals to go to the left, to go to the right, to stop. You need to use those signals so that the people behind you, as well as cars, know what you're doing. We should obey the traffic rules, stop at stop signs. We should not be riding on sidewalks. You stay in your bike lane if you're on a road. On a bike trail, you stay on the right-hand side of the bike trail. And pedestrians always have the right of way, so you must let them know that you're coming. We can do that with your bell. Or you can say on your right so that they know that you're coming or you're up behind them. Most bikers keep their hands on the handlebars, which is the safest thing to do. You carry nothing in your hands. Also, having the right clothing. I'm wearing bright colors. That's a real big thing. If you have pant leg that's loose, you want to put something on it so that it doesn't catch in your chain. You want to make sure your bike is in good working order. Every time before I ride, I check the air pressure and add air as needed. There is a really good bike shop in Bemidji, the Northern Cycle. They're very helpful there. They adjusted my helmet for me when I purchased it there, and they attached the mirror for me. They inspect my bike. There's another Northern Cycle in Park Rapids as well. I think you find beginning cyclists would be best to buy a bike at a bike shop because they could be fitted. Your bike needs to fit you. If you're riding a bike with too tall a frame, it's real easy to lose your balance and to have an injury or accident. I don't wear headphones or earbuds when I'm bicycling. I need to hear the traffic and I want to hear the environment around me. So avoid being distracted, because on your bicycle, you're much more vulnerable even than in your car because you're less protected. If you're going to ride, the safest time is during the day with plenty of light. If it's raining out, you're going to decrease your visibility as well as your safety. If you have to bike at night, you must, by law, have a white light in the front of your bike and a red flashing light in the back of your bike. Be sure that you are visible.
Bicycle safety is really important, but infrastructure needs to be there. And then you also have to have kids and young adults that are educated on biking. I think Bemidji area, the 4-county region, does a really good job of mixing that bike education opportunity with infrastructure improvements. A lot of it has to do with the multi-use trail connection, so you can get from the middle school into the downtown area. And we've got some projects that are on the horizon that are going to improve it even more. So you'll have access to go from Paul and Babe, shoot through town, jump on 5th Street and take a multi-use trail where you're off-road all the way out to the high school, and then hopefully in the future all the way to Gene Dillon. I think Headwater's role is we contract with MnDOT. MnDOT provides funding opportunities. Our job is to get that information out to our cities, counties, work with stakeholders, find the people that are passionate about it, and then make sure they're aware of what funding opportunities are there to make it more feasible for these cities and counties to put in this infrastructure. There's a lot of different resources out there. Bike and Men does a tremendous job of providing resources, the Walk Bike Fund training. Safe Routes to School does a wonderful job of providing education, resources to schools. We're seeing things like bike rodeos, Safe Routes to School planning, super important, and the superintendents and the principals have been really open to doing the safe routes planning in the region, and I see that as a benefit. Headwaters, or HRDC, we cover the 5-county region, so it's Lake of the Woods, Beltrami, Hubbard, Clearwater, and Mahnomen County. We also partner with North Country CHB and provide shift work through Minnesota Department of Health. And I think that all of our cities and counties are taking advantage of some of these dollars that are available and are putting in infrastructure to make it safer for people to bike and walk around the communities. Up here, partners are so important. There's a lot of bike advocacy between Light My Lotus as an active living consultant. It's Natalie Gilly, she's a tremendous resource. Our superintendents have been really great to work with and have been embracing of the Safe Routes to School plan. MDH and the work they do with SHIP. SHIP's a great partner. Bike Bemidji. You know, all of these people come together, and not everybody has to do all of it, but it's a little bit from everybody. And then you look at MnDOT and providing some of the active living funding streams to build some of the infrastructure, some of the health effects. Being active, getting your body moving is so important. To get up and be moving, you can jump in your car and drive a block, or you can jump on a bike and drive a block, and that jumping on your bike is so much more beneficial.